No fuel? No damage? No day-night cycle? For a sim fan, that sounds like a red flag. But what if I told you that RoadCraft, the latest off-road construction sim from the creators of SnowRunner, still might be one of the most technically impressive games in the genre? It's stunning, it's satisfying, and it split the community wide open. So what's the deal? And should you be hyped right before launch? Let's break it down. So what is RoadCraft? RoadCraft is not SnowRunner 2, let's just clear that up right away, and we'll get into that. It's a standalone experience from Saber Interactive that swaps survival logistics for infrastructure simulation. Instead of navigating dangerous terrain with all kinds of cargo, you're out there rebuilding roads, restoring power, and fixing the mess. Sure, some of SnowRunner's DNA made it over, and we'll get into that, but this is very much its own beast. You drop sand over mud, lay down asphalt, flatten trees, repair infrastructure, and build usable roads for your AI companions. The game's features include, but are not limited to, a wide variety of construction vehicles, around 40 at release, fully deformable terrain, 8 regions, online co-op, and yes, stunning, and I mean stunning graphics and outstanding physics. It feels familiar, but fundamentally different from its spiritual predecessor. So what does RoadCraft do right? First, let's talk strengths, because there are plenty. The visuals. The moment you start your truck and see water spitting out of the exhaust, the beautiful map design making you feel like you are in a real disaster zone. Even the small things, like rain effects on the windshield. It's just so beautiful. Water displacement when dumping sand into lakes and puddles is pure eye candy. Mud, terrain, and wheel textures are beautifully reactive. Another small detail, some parts of the tires stay wet while others dry as different parts of a single tire interact with the environment. It's weirdly satisfying. Weight and mass simulation is done incredibly well. Vehicles feel heavy, grounded, and believable, like you're wrestling with a 10-ton rusted up, barely legal death machine. Then there's the construction aspect. Unlike SnowRunner, RoadCraft actually lets you solve the terrain problems. That stubborn mud patch outside your garage, throw some sand on it. Obstacles, just plow them out the way. Fix it, move on, job done. It's oddly satisfying to brute force your ideas through nature like a civil engineer with a grudge. And yes, you can power your way through the bush and mow down trees just like in SnowRunner. For fans of machinery, physics, and terrain deformation, RoadCraft hits all the right notes. So what's missing? Why is the community split, and why are forums already on fire? I've been diving deep, forums, Reddit, Steam discussions, and yeah, it's pretty clear. The RoadCraft community is split right down the middle. The core of the debate? It's not just about what's in the game, it's about what's missing. RoadCraft teaches some of the core simulation mechanics that gave SnowRunner its identity. No fuel consumption, no vehicle damage, no customization or upgrades, and no day-night cycle. These aren't small things, that's the mechanics that created tension, risk, and that constant pressure to think ahead. Without them, some players feel RoadCraft leans too far into arcade territory. Less risk, less reward. And the forum already buzzing with, why remove this? Where's the challenge? Now, to be fair, the devs have been clear. They aimed for streamlined, not simplified. They want to focus on the terrain, the construction, the satisfaction of fixing the road and infrastructure, not babysitting fuel gauges. But personally, I think hard mode would probably be the best of both worlds. And the missing day-night cycle? I mean, come on, that's immersion 101. Even a simple lighting shift would have added a lot of atmosphere. Does this lean into more arcade-style gameplay? Well, yeah, maybe. But that depends on how you like to play. And that's where the community split really starts to show. And this is where it's important to reposition RoadCraft for what it is. It's not SnowRunner 2, not a sequel, but a completely new game built on a heavily reworked version of Saber's Swarm engine. They didn't merge engines, they had to painstakingly bring over and rebuild the key systems from SnowRunner inside a tech framework that was never meant for terrain deformation or heavy physics. This is why, under the hood, RoadCraft feels like its own thing. The devs have been really transparent about this, and honestly, I respect that. In one of their devlogs, they even walked us through the pain and chaos of adapting SnowRunner's tech into the Swarm engine. The same tech that powers World War Z and Space Marines 2. And let me tell you, it was not smooth sailing. They initially pitched RoadCraft as a simple tech demo and said, hey, what if we made SnowRunner style terrain in our new engine? But like every good tech demo, it spiraled into a full game and came with all the headaches you'd expect. They basically had to rewrite everything. Terrain tech, lighting, even how trees fall when you dig underneath them. Apparently, trees in RoadCraft fought back harder than some of the vehicles. And the asphalt system? That nearly melted their engine. They had to ditch the gravel layer entirely because the Swarm engine couldn't handle more than 2 materials in the same area without throwing a tantrum. But here's the kicker. Despite all the struggles they pushed through, things like sand piling and terrain deformation had to be heavily optimized just to fit inside console memory. At one point the devs joked that if you try to asphalt the entire map, your RAM would probably catch fire. So no, this isn't SnowRunner. It's a completely different beast, a new identity. And sure, I have my wishlist, fuel, vehicle damage, day-night cycle, but seeing what they pulled off with the new tech on a tight scope makes me think, well, maybe this was the right call. I mean, they also hinted that these features might come back in the future or even in a SnowRunner sequel. So yeah, it's not the end of the road. So, no fuel, no damage, no problem? Well, maybe. For some players, this might be the chill sim sandbox they've always wanted. For others, it's missing the pain that made SnowRunner so addictive. Me, I think there's room for both. But I'll keep a close eye on whether features like day-night cycle, modding support, or hardcore mode get added later. For now, RoadCraft launches soon, May 20th. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Is this a fresh take or a missed opportunity? And here we are in SnowRunner. So this is my hard mode playthrough, having tons of fun with it. I need to actually get this truck back to my garage to give it a repair. I need to get it refueled, and I need to deliver another load of long logs to this drilling site. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, look at that. Listen to those sounds, man. It's such a good game. And RoadCraft's coming out real soon. I'm looking forward to that as well. But this trip back to my garage to work on some repairs, and then afterwards going to fill up the trailer and my fuel tanks with some fuel, some diesel, got me thinking, you know, am I going to enjoy RoadCraft as much? And I think I am. Because, I mean, we already discussed it, right? But RoadCraft is a completely different game. You don't need to pick that perfect line to avoid damage. You're not hauling, well, you are hauling things from point A to point B, but you don't need to navigate obstacles in the way that you would in SnowRunner. And maybe if they incorporated damage, we would have to be more careful with the way we approach certain things in RoadCraft. And that is where I am conflicted. if we had damage, I think I made a wrong turn. Yeah, I think I should have turned right. Yeah, if RoadCraft had damage, day-night cycles, fuel management, we would probably approach the game completely differently. We would take different lines to avoid damage. We'd be more thoughtful about every single decision, right? Well, apparently that's not what the devs want. So the game has been optimized without those systems in mind. So I don't think we're gonna get them. But again, it is a different game. You're not hauling multi-ton cargo from point A to point B over... I can't even call this a road. Well, this is at least a road, but majority of the places I drive on SnowRunner, you can't call those roads, right? So, I mean, it's a different game. And we've established that. But I still think about this sometimes, and you know what? I just can't wait for the actual sequel. I can't wait for SnowRunner 2 to come out. Or whatever they're gonna call it. Because I think the hype for that is gonna be next level. I think that people are gonna lose their minds, and I'm gonna lose my mind about that game. I just get excited thinking about it. I mean, just because RoadCraft's coming out doesn't mean we have to stop playing SnowRunner. I mean, we have all these maps, and I have so much still to explore on my hard mode playthrough. I've been having tons of fun, really just taking it slow, slapping on a YouTube video on my second monitor, or putting on some music or whatever, and really just taking it slow. But it's such a good game. Yeah, there's no reason for me to stop playing SnowRunner, but I can't wait for RoadCraft, and I'm definitely going to enjoy a playthrough on RoadCraft as well. Yeah, let's see. 2,500. Dude, as soon as you think you're making progress in hard mode, it slaps you with one of these. You know, I should probably leave this vehicle unrepaired. But it's engine damage, you see. I need all the power this fleet star can give me. I wouldn't say it's the most powerful at the moment, although I did change its engine one up. Doesn't change much. I really just need to get the new engine for this. Or buy a new truck completely. Yeah, they just super pricey. Anyway, that's the truck repaired. Fuel station's there. We're leaving to Black River, so yeah, I'll need to take my trailer with me. We'll need to save every last bit of fuel we have. Even though I know there's no traffic on SnowRunner, I am always checking. I think it's from playing too much Euro Truck and American Truck Simulator. I'm always looking for oncoming traffic. You gotta be real slow down here. Tend to bottom out my suspension here a lot. I mean, no one can tell me that SnowRunner doesn't still look damn good. Alright, let's fuel up. Look at that, alright. Now we can hit the road. And hit the road to Black River. And go pick up another set of long logs. Take a real wide turn over here. Get that big ass trailer through there. It's late in the afternoon, lights are going on, and probably drive through the evening to go pick up that load of logs. But yeah, can't wait for RoadCraft, but I'm definitely gonna still be playing SnowRunner, 100%. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.